So I have a problem. I love YouTube and I love the power that it gives people, but I just feel stuck. Whenever I'm filming, I just feel tight. When I turn on this black Japanese box, I'm like, ah. But I know YouTube doesn't reward the best version of the creator. YouTube rewards the purest, the most natural. The advice that I hear from people is just be yourself. Act naturally. Stop faking it. And so the more I try, the actual less natural I feel. But nowhere else in life do you have to try and be yourself.
I can't do a pull-up. I can't do a pull-up.
And guys, I'm not new to this. I've done YouTube for 8 years. I've done 100 videos. I've advised entrepreneurs on this platform. And for the first time ever, it's just me talking to this black box. No amazing ideas to hide behind or crazy film sessions. Just me, the camera, and that is it. And so a few weeks ago, I asked myself a question. How can I drop into the purest version of myself, enjoy creating the content more, but actually have the videos perform way better as well? And as a result, I created this 7-point Bible to help you create purely and win big. And look guys, watching this video once isn't going to transform how you communicate on camera forever. It's not that easy, but it was a game changer for me, and I think it will be for you as well. First point, it is natural to not feel natural. Humans have been around for 200,000 years, and for 199,900, that is a tongue twister, our strategy survival has been do not stand out. If you leave the tribe, you're going to get eaten or you're going to starve. The ones that blended in, those are the ones that survived. We literally have conformity baked into our DNA as a species. And it's only been the last 20 years where we've even had these things where we can record ourselves and press publish, and we can have 7 billion people see, hear, and potentially judge us. Of course, we feel weird. This is not a flaw or a trauma. This fear has kept us alive. That is the first place where I've started, and it's so reassuring for me. This fear is not a malfunction, it's something which has been essential for survival. It is okay to feel weird, but what do we do with this? Point 2, you can change. You know this as an entrepreneur, you've done this so many times, you've learned so many skills, but as we're stuck in this like fear place of feeling weird, sometimes it feels as though we're gonna feel like this forever. That is not the case. Warren Buffett is a world-class investor, top 10 richest people in the world. He speaks in front of tens of thousands of people who flies into his conference. This man was once terrified of speaking in public.
Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. I had been terrified of public speaking. I couldn't do it. I'd throw up. And so I saw an ad in the paper for the Dale Carnegie course, which worked on developing your ability to speak in public. And I went down there. If I hadn't have done that, my whole life would have been different.
You, watching this at home right now, you can change and you will change. Maybe that's a bit much. And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, this channel is all about helping people maximize the impact they have on the world through YouTube. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so subscribe please. Point 3. You are being selfish to let fear stop you. This is an interesting flip. The person that is impacting the most people, they're not obsessed over their own performance, they're obsessed over their impact. I read a great piece the other day which was titled, "Great art is about being seen while remaining invisible." You are not the message itself. You are a conduit. You are a vessel for that message. And the more that you're obsessing over how you feel and how you perform, the less percentage energy you can put into delivering that message to impact. The way I've started to see it is you have 100% focus capacity. If 50% is going on your own performance, that's 50% less on the message that you want to get out there. Point 4, practice being you with a camera. I know I said before, being yourself isn't great advice, but you have to actively practice being yourself with a camera. What does that look like? Some questions that you can ask yourself are, where do you feel most naturally you? And then you can start bringing the camera into that space. This will redefine the relationship that you have with this black box from Japan. Just like when you're making friends with someone, you invite them to the gym, you invite them to the home. And the more time that you spend with that person in different environments, the deeper the relationship is, the more comfortable you feel being yourself around them. And the exact same thing happens with the camera. When you film 200 videos, you're naturally going to be way more comfortable, but practicing being yourself with this thing is how you accelerate that process. Number 5, create a persona. Now, I appreciate we could kind of go against being yourself, but bear with me. As humans, we are made up of different facets of our character. For me, I have happy Jamie, I have sad Jamie, I have annoyed Jamie, I have pissed off Jamie, I've got horny Jamie. It's true. When we are in different situations with different people, we present ourselves in a different way. Like when you're chatting to an old person, you're a little bit more calm. You're a bit more endearing. How are we, love? Good cup of tea? We're a little bit calmer. When we're chatting with kids, we're a little bit more goofy. We're full of life. We're playing around. When you're chatting with a camera, you need to identify what is the best version of yourself that you want to put out to the world with that relationship. Beyonce is one of the most successful artists ever. She's made $2 billion. Is she this crazy, flamboyant character? No. She's actually kind of quiet. But does she bring this person on stage under the big lights in front of hundreds of thousands of people? No. So how does she do it? Well, she's created a persona, Sasha Fierce.
Many years ago, I named my alter ego Sasha, and it's something that stuck. I realized it had 2 different sounds. One represented who I really am, and one sounded like my alter ego. So I decided to split it into 2 because I feel like Sasha is a big treat for my fans. It's definitely exciting being able to have an excuse to be so over the top. And I think you definitely hear the difference. I try to keep Sasha on the stage. I absolutely keep Sasha on the stage, and now she has a last name. She's Sasha Fierce.
You can't operate from this place 24/7. That's not the point. We can't operate from any of our motions constantly 24/7. But identifying and crafting what that purest version of yourself looks like can make operating from that place so much easier. Point 6, you have a scared ape and a coach in your mind. What type of coach will you be? The scared ape is 200,000 years old. The coach is the aspect of your brain telling you how you should perform to grow your personal brand.
Personal branding.
Will you be a harsh coach? Pathetic, you're a bitch, that was terrible, perform better. Maybe the coach will start fighting with himself and erupt with a civil war. This is how I feel right now, man, I can't even lie. Eventually, you'll just be happy to have it finished, and you'll tell yourself it'll be better in the future, but when you film again the next time, the anxiety will just build up again. Be more natural. You can do it. Go for it, Jamie. Just be normal, Jamie. Again, this is totally normal. Just plan around the type of coach that you want to be. The Buddha has this concept called the tale of 2 arrows. It's the idea that the first arrow is pain and it's inevitable and everyone gets hit by 1 arrow. But the second arrow, that is the optional pain that we create on ourselves by resisting the pain. It says pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Managing your coach reduces the suffering of the second arrow. To do that, you can create rules on how you want him to provide this feedback. For example, no providing feedback during a film session, only after. And this is going to stop this voice in your head constantly analyzing what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong in real time. And to be honest, I'm tired now on 6 points because I've been doing that. It's been stale, I'm losing energy, I ain't getting the wording right. And I've got the coach in my head saying, I should have written a better script. Shut up, man. We'll review this after. You can ask yourself, what went well, what has improved, and what's one thing you can focus on to improve for the next video? Not a million things, just one. Define how you want to interact with your coach. Because remember, we're just scared apes, and this is weird. Point 7, progress is not straight. It usually comes in waves, just like YouTube success, and your identity will lag behind your progress. Measure progress, not perfection. Keep it light. Enjoy the process. It's okay to move backwards. It's okay to have bad days. Be a kind coach, and like any good team, play for the long game. Guys, everyone is still figuring this out. It is completely normal to not feel normal. Humans have never had this opportunity before to broadcast themselves and expose themselves to the whole world on the internet. It's okay to feel weird. It's just not okay to allow that feeling of weirdness to stop you creating. We'll see you with the next one.